Right, here's a wee video of me and Shug building a fireplace. Right, we're going to make a lime putty, kiln dried sand and tried blanc. This is a lime product with a wee bit of cement in it, but it's still breathable. I'm going to use it because it's inside. Right, that is basically a 1-to-1 mix with kiln dried sand and lime. This one is a 5:2 ratio. We're just building sand and Trade Blanc. So we've got to just use this to point up around the fireplace, and then we'll use this for the tight beds that we're going to have in between the lintel of the fireplace and the legs. So almost in situ, I'm just going to give this a tighten up because we're unsure of the lighting from cutting it outside, and now we've brought it inside, we can see how the light's going to shine on the thistle. So I'm just sharpening it up. Now we're just going to stick the two legs up, and what we're going to be doing is that we're going to put a stick in between the two so that when we plumb it and we jam it at either side, they can't fall off the plumb. It's really important. I've just cut a square of carpet here just to slide it along. That way if I lift it, I'm not going to keep dunting it on the tiles here, and I can just save this edge. So we're just going to slide it in nice and gently between the two of us. Try not to force it in because you'll end up chipping your radices. So we're going to be using the building sand mix here for the beds and for the perps, which are the straight up and down ones. We've got a decent bed here, enough that we can squeeze it, and we've got to take a hole out of the middle of this so that when we actually try to get it down to be level with the other one, it'll squeeze down. I always think that when you put jambs on, if they need to be the same height, make a mark on your existing masonry, because then you can just chuck them on and you know exactly where you need to be without having to get the levels out and fucking about with levels. I'll just keep some slate because we're going to plumb it. I'll stick a stick across. Put a wee bit of compo in there for when we put it in so it doesn't knock it off the plumb. And we're just going to drill in some non-ferrous L ties. Always bend your ties off the square a wee bit so they nip the masonry. Kiln dried sand, like cream cheese. So this is kind of termed as a lime putty, but it's called Ashlar mix. It's just a 1-in-1. I mentioned it earlier, but this is just a 1 kiln dried sand and 1 lime. So the video stopped when we were putting the lintel in, but there we go. You always have to make sure that you pack in properly. It has to go all the way back in. Pack it, pack it, pack it. Do not have any voids, otherwise it'll fail. And always, always pin your work. If there's any bigger gaps, don't leave them, make sure you pin them. And you won't see this, but after this is done, you need to wash it with a sponge and water, clean water. Always clean water. And when you're washing down, always wash the full face of the stone, otherwise you'll end up with like streak marks along your beds or up and down your joints. So I explained this in my earlier video where I carved the fireplace. This is the first. I never ever thought I would get a chance to do a fireplace for anyone, and this was almost a commission for me, because she'd asked for it to look nice rather than just be functional. So I'm fairly pleased with it, and to be honest, I would quite like to be doing a bit more banker work, but at the moment I work with a building company, so I'm sort of learning brickwork as well at the same time as being able to do stonemasonry, so we're sort of a win-win all around. But if you like these sorts of videos, if you're an apprentice or if you're anybody that's into stonework, I hope these help, because I'm putting these up just so that we can have bits and pieces of knowledge just sort of out there. And I'm rambling now, so hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, hit that button, and bye.